Too much about business.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, in studio right now is John Swann from the Community Foundation and Ray Durso from Genesis. And gentlemen, Ray, you have come out in favor of the downtown hospital. Your group has.
You're scaring me because you've been talking on more about people coming out.
Coming out. You have come out. Congratulations, by the way. But you have come out in favor of the hospital going downtown. Talk about your reasoning.
Well, I think that Friday was unprecedented when you had 4 organizations join forces together for the community's agenda. The Utica Chamber, Mohawk Valley Edge, and the Community Foundation had already announced their support, and we had been discussing this for quite some time. We've been watching and listening over the past couple of years. You know, and the Genesis Group in the past has pretty much stayed as a neutral entity, but this is not politics. This is about healthcare, quality healthcare, and it's about quality of life. And we felt that it was important to join our community partners, and especially at this time, because the hospital and its board are preparing their application for the Certificate of Need, which is going to be filed very, very soon, as early November approaches.
And we're going to see the final plans coming up, maybe even as early as this week, right?
That's what we're hearing, and we're hopeful, and that's exciting. But a very, very big part of that application is that the hospital needs to have community support. And what a way to show that support, not only to this community, but send that message all the way to Albany, to the governor's office, to the New York State Department of Health.
Speaking of the governor, which day will he be in this week? Do you know?
We're actually waiting. We were just discussing that. We're waiting because we will be there. And
supposed to be last week.
It was supposed to be actually 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last week, but certainly when, that type of thing. So I'm certain when we do hear it'll be out there, but we want to be there to support it. So basically, to answer your question, the application needs community support, and that's why we were happy to join our partners.
John Swann, of course, you guys have been out there for supporting this. The opposition is going to say it's going to destroy downtown. And this is just like urban renewal from the 1960s. We destroyed Main Street, quote unquote. Why is that not true? And why is a hospital downtown not a bad thing, unlike what we hear from the No Hospital crew?
Well, this is actually, that's a lot of questions to answer
There's
for a period of time.
There is a lot. You're going to have to talk very quickly.
That's okay. So, the thing about this decision is the location decision, which is what, if you start a website that says no something downtown, it's really all about location. Is that it was started by a couple of people, one of whom has property in the footprint, near the footprint. There's 4 principals, according to their website. One has properties in the footprint, one has a property near the footprint, and one has a property that is centrally located between Faxton and St. Elizabeth campuses. The 4th principal is a former Faxton employee. So, they have come at this from their perspective and assembled a coalition of folks who are against lots of things, against the governor.
Their perspective is something that benefits them financially.
I think you'd have to look at that and draw your own conclusions about that.
Not that that would be wrong, right?
Not that that would be wrong, but on the other hand, they probably have deeply held feelings for the good of the community as well.
Sure.
But if you're going to make a decision about location, it's kind of like, and I don't want to trivialize this, but it's like if you have a family member who has a serious illness and they're going to get treatment someplace, they have to make the best decision for them with their healthcare professional. On the other hand, how about the whole extended family gets to vote?
Right.
Why don't we all vote where Uncle Fred is going to go have his open heart surgery? Because collectively, as a democracy, our family can make the best decision, And that is a little bit like what this, the notion that there should have been a referendum, everybody should have gotten to decide. I don't know that much about urban planning or how to build a hospital. I really think that we should hire, as the hospital did, people who know what they're doing to make that decision, to make those recommendations. And that's where we are.
Yeah. And ultimately, the hospital made their decision that this was their location.
More than a year ago now.
And I think that's interesting and important. Ray, I want to go back to the governor with you. What's he coming for? Is there, obviously, I always use cotton candy. He's always got cotton candy that comes to town.
I don't know.
So what?
Restocking vending machines.
I'll take Ray off the hook here because, the one thing about the governor coming is that people always speculate about, I heard the governor is coming. I heard on Keeler this morning that the governor is coming. And you know what? Those stories are always true because eventually the governor will
the governor comes.
Right? And then everybody can say, look, we knew.
Well, I'm not letting you take him off the hook. Sorry.
I don't.
We know he was coming, and he was coming on the hospital issue.
Yeah, and we're not sure what he's coming for.
But is there more money? Is there more? You got to be hearing something.
I can tell you the same thing that he's hearing, that he's coming. And, we're very fortunate that the Genesis Group, every time the governor does come to this area, I do receive a call from his office because they want us to help get the word out.
Yeah.
But they never tell us why he's coming, and we certainly go, and that's when we find out the exact details.
But having these groups come out in support of downtown, I think is important because we've heard a lot of negative. We've heard a lot of reasons why it shouldn't come down. So you guys feel that your groups coming out in favor is important for the community to show
individually and collectively. And we had bipartisan political support at the event. And as the county executive said, enough is enough. Yeah, with the negativity. And as a famous radio personality, in closing, said, on a show not long ago, people ought to realize that this is for the good of the area, and they ought to damn well get on board. I won't mention any names.
Yeah, I like that person a lot.
I just want to say that, listen, everybody talks about, geez, you're taking sides. There are no sides.
Right.
The board of the hospital, they own this project.
Right.
They're the ones in charge here. They made their decision. They looked at options and sites, but they have made their decisions, and this community needs to get behind it, as these four organizations did. Because if it doesn't go downtown, it's not going anywhere. We will never have this type of opportunity again.
I have,
that's why we're here.
A few people with a couple questions. Are you guys okay with getting in the fire? Because you never know what you're going to get.
We're already in it.
You're already in it. So I'll take two quickly, and then we have a congressional candidate standing by who I need to get to as well. Mark in Whitesboro with a question for Ray or John. Go ahead, you're on.
Hi, Ray. I was wondering, you said your reasoning behind putting the hospital downtown is to improve health care. How does moving a hospital from one location to another improve the health care?
All right, I'm going to let him answer that because I'm tight on time. Go ahead.
I appreciate your question, and it's a great question. Right now, the hospital facilities that we have are old. They're very old. And we need state-of-the-art equipment. So by building a brand-new hospital, you're going to get state-of-the-art equipment.
Downtown is really, in that argument, downtown is pretty much irrelevant, right? The fact that its location doesn't really matter. It's the new hospital.
It's the new hospital. But you say downtown because that's where the hospital board has chosen. So you're going to get a state-of-the-art facility, which is going to give you better equipment, but you're also going to get more seasoned physicians. Physicians aren't going to come here to work in a facility that's 100 years old. But you give them a brand new facility with brand new equipment, state of the art. That's what the benefit of you're going to get.
Mario, question for Ray or John. Go ahead. You're on the radio.
I got a couple questions for.
You are breaking up badly, Mario, and I'll give you a shot. Give me your best question here. Oh, I'm going to have to lose you because I'm not getting the line. In closing. And mentioning, I realize where Mark was going with that. He's saying, well, why do you say moving it downtown is going to make for a better hospital? And can we just clarify that? That's not what you're saying. You're saying that the hospital is going downtown or it's not going to happen at all.
That's correct.
Therefore, a new hospital is
the board voted unanimously.
Yeah.
They made their decision. Let's move forward.
Comment on that?
What he said.
What he said. Thank you for that. Gentlemen, anything else you want to add?
It's a good time. And I was listening to you on the way in talking about the Zogby survey.
I'm excited about this.
In my lifetime, I think we're around the same age. Then I think you are too.
I'm much younger.
Yes, you are.
I don't think we've seen this amount of investment, private, public investment in this community ever.
No. There's not. You can criticize this governor. And many do, especially over the SAFE Act. I feel the same way, but no governor has paid attention to this community like this governor has.
And the hospital project alone is the largest single investment, public-private, in the area ever.
If you add it up, it's over $1 billion.
From the arterial project to the money that's being poured into SUNY to this project being the centerpiece, I believe we are already under a transformation of this region.
Yeah.
Look at these national companies. They're not coming here, hotels and restaurants. They're not coming here because we're nice people. We may be, but they're coming because they see the opportunity, and that's what we need to focus on.
All right. I like the hotel guys because they really do their research. And we just keep seeing these hotels popping up all over.
There's
the place.
a reason for that.
Yeah.
And we're really glad at the foundation to be a part of this.
I just wanted to say on the downtown and even getting into East Utica, there's just a lot more activity than there was going back a couple of years. You know, I grew up in East Utica. I saw that neighborhood just kind of dwindle down to vacant buildings, and I just see there's all kinds of shops, specialty shops that pop up all over the place, and obviously that's tied to downtown. We're heading in the right direction.
Take our poll, please. This is a Zogby poll. This is not one of these quick, you pop them up on a website and 50 people get on and we claim it to be real. This is an authentic poll, scientific, done by Zogby. Please go to our website at WIBX950.com and take the poll. We'd love to see where you all are. Gentlemen, John Swann, Ray Durso, thank you guys very much.
Bill.
Thank you.
Did I ask you when the governor's coming?
We'll let you know.
You got to ask John, because John's always the first to know. He's coming.
He's coming.
He's coming.
Sometimes.
It's one of those. It's
in
like
the
saying
future.
It is going to rain.
And so are the
Exactly.
holidays.
Eventually
It's going to rain eventually.
Holidays are coming too.
All right, guys. Thank you.